the Murray Education Foundation stood for. I believe and hope that the many years of service that this dedicated organization has provided have well established the great value of the Murray Education Foundation. And now we will be watching the Pinnacle recipients video presentation. Thank you.
She's a great teacher and she's nice. She's very funny and she's really lenient with classwork, and she's just really good at teaching things so it's really easy to understand and learn.
It's going to take a lot of students that are under her wing. She has done things to done over the years, being for them, I think, for school projects inside and outside of school. She's obviously responsible. So all the extra work, all the devotion, love she puts into those kids. In the summer, she's always working, and she just really cares about those kids, and she really cares that they're learning. We think she really deserves this award.
Alicia was always really helpful to people.
Alicia is always available for her, which is pretty amazing. Anything you ask her to do, she's got it done almost immediately. Yesterday, I asked her to do a giant task, and I knew it would be hard, and despite everything else happening, she got it done very, very quickly.
Anytime I give her a job to do, if she's got 100 things going on, and she just gets it done, and it's done accurately and correctly. She's very compassionate. She knows about everything that's going on in people's personal lives and always wants to make everybody go welcome here. So she's a great addition, and I'm glad that she can finally get the recognition she deserves.
She always works so hard for everything about the school, and she spent countless hours just putting together Pinnacle baskets or going on to meetings or doing everything for the school, so I think she really deserves it.
Well, I think she truly cares about the students and the school, the teachers, the administration, all the people here, and she puts her time there, and she is willing to always offer up time and energy and her talents to help out wherever she can.
Just can't say enough about how much she helps us and how much she really loves kids at Hillcrest.
She's really nice to us. She's fun. She teaches us different things that we don't know.
Jennifer loves teaching. She loves her students. She's always been, for 30-something years that we've been married, just loves teaching. I mean, it's her life.
Mrs. Simpson is a masterful teacher who cares deeply about the success of all of her kids. She works, as all teachers do, multiple hours, but she is creative in the structuring of her time so that every student can get the individualized and group attention that they need to be successful.
She always helps everyone, and if you're having a hard time with math or any other subject in school, she's always right there to help you understand what it's about.
She's an amazing teacher. I mean, that's already been established in her room 3 times, and it doesn't get any more simple than that. She always goes the extra mile. She's probably the hardest working teacher in this school, maybe even the district. If I don't want to be too biased just because she's my mom.
She is an amazing educator, a passionate teacher, and a tremendous colleague to all of the members of our faculty and staff. Lee is absolutely an amazing educator and very, very deserving of this award.
I like that she's my favorite teacher.
Because she is such a hard-working teacher. She works at night when we're home on this, and she really does a great job.
She is one of the first teachers in the building in the morning and one of the last to leave. She's always concerned about not only her students, but also her coworkers and everyone around her.
I've not met a teacher with a bigger heart than hers, and what she does for her students, the hours and energy she puts into her profession is shown through the work that her students do.
He's a good teacher. He always gives us tokens if we do good on stuff.
Mr. Okamura is an amazing teacher. He really cares about his students, and I feel as his wife, he comes home and he is so conscientious about contacting parents, making sure he gets their input, and really working for the whole child and not just what is happening throughout the day.
Every student who has been part of his classroom feels loved. He takes time outside of school hours, contract hours, to go to student activities, games, all kinds of things to support them. He goes out of his way to get to know kids and families and does everything he possibly can to support them.
He really loves his students.
My dad said, please don't pick him up anymore.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
Why don't you stand up?
Okay.
We have a surprise for you.
Oh my gosh, there's like 100 people here.
You know who I am. Anne
Yes,
Marie.
yes.
So we're all here to let you know that you are one of our Pinnacle Awards recipients.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations. Thank you. Good morning, Jeanette. Hello, Jeanette. Oh my gosh. Some of your family here. Hello, Mrs. Simpson. How are you? Good. Would you want to come up here to the front? Let's give your teacher a big round of applause.
teacher a big round of applause. Let's give your teacher a big round of applause. We are so excited for you. Kids, let's give your teacher a round of applause. Nice one. Thank you. Kids, let's give your teacher a round of applause. Oh my goodness, my husband. Hi. These are for you. Oh, thank you.
Congratulations to each of the individuals being recognized this evening. We appreciate the way you encourage students and support our Murray schools. Thank you to our teachers who advocate for our students, who develop lesson plans and activities that don't just teach the material, but make it come alive. Teachers who stay up late preparing lessons and grading papers, and who give up their afternoons and free periods to give students a little bit of extra one-on-one help. Thank you to our classified employee who goes above and beyond in whatever is needed, and who is a mentor and a trusting adult for students, staff, and parents. Thank you to our volunteer who puts in countless hours and energy ensuring that our schools are supported and student-focused, and who also freely shares her knowledge and expertise with other parents in our district. Thank you to each of you for seeing the faces of our students in all that you do and giving them opportunities to learn and grow. You are a vital part of our We Are Murray spirit. Congratulations to our 2021 Pinnacle Award winners.
Can you hear me now? Okay. I'll say it again. Wasn't that a great video? You know, Joe Fowler, who's done this, has done it for many years, and it's always interesting to me how he can make it look different every year, and how cute everybody could be even with their masks on. I thought it turned out really nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to invite the recipients up in groups with your person that's making the remarks and the sponsoring people too. So I will call your name. We'll have you come over here and sit and go in the order that it's shown on the program. And the first group that we're going to have up is the volunteer recipient, and that will be Jeanette Bowen. And along with Jeanette, we'll have Sam and Kate Bowen and Mildred Horton representing the Horton family. So why don't you come up right now?
My name is Sam Bowen, and I'm in kindergarten at Longview Elementary. I'm happy that my mom is getting this award. My whole life, my mom has bribed me with Smarties and Goldfish crackers. While we sat through PTA meetings, I'm almost ready to apply for college. With all of my PTA volunteer hours, I just need to learn a little more math and science. I think my mom loves working in PTA.
My name is Kate Bone, and I'm a 9th grader at Hillcrest Junior High. When my mom told one of my sisters about receiving the Pinnacle Award, her reply was, after 11 years of full-time work with no compensation, the lady who basically runs Murray School District gets some well-deserved recognition. Many times I'll be at school and randomly see my mom walking down the stairs from being there for a meeting, and my friends will say, "Wait, isn't that your mom?" This happens a lot more than you'd expect. All jokes aside, I can tell she genuinely cares about the students and teachers in our district and wants to help provide meaningful activities and resources for them. I think she served in nearly every PTA position. Just this year, she is the Region PTA President, the Hillcrest Junior High President, and the Chair of Longview School Community Council and Vice Chair of the Murray Education Foundation. She has been a good example of service and how to put others first. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this Pinnacle Award than my mom, Jeanette Bowen. Thank you.
I know that Murray District really does appreciate the effort and the value of each one of their volunteers. I know that personally, and I know she knows it too. And I'm so grateful that they take the opportunity to honor them in many ways. One of them is the Pinnacle Awards, and they do many other good deeds to let them know how much we do appreciate them. So on behalf of the Murray our Horton family, and the Murray Education Foundation, it is a real privilege and an honor for me to present this award to Jeanette Bowen.
I apologize in advance if I'm a little emotional. I think it's because I'm just so tired from all the volunteering I do. No, it really is because I am so grateful and honored to receive the Pinnacle Award. There are a lot of incredible volunteers in our district, and it's truly an honor to be a volunteer here. Little did I know 11 and a half years ago when I walked into Longview Elementary, and I saw a table where they were offering a free Tootsie Pop sucker if you joined PTA, that I would begin a journey, an incredible journey where I would meet some of my closest friends, where I would have some of the most rewarding and challenging experiences in my life, and where I would learn things that I wouldn't have been able to learn any other way. I have noticed in my life that those people who are happiest are those who unselfishly serve others. Volunteering in the PTA and in our school district has been a great blessing in my life. I've done things that I never intended on doing, such as helping make life-size space stations and medieval villages out of cardboard for White Ribbon Week, or holding a 5-gallon jug of water over students' mouths while they took a drink because we ran out of cups during the fun run, or desperately begging the kind lunch ladies for any sort of treat they had that we could hand out because we way underestimated the number of donuts we would need for Dr. Seuss Day. But I've also experienced a lot of incredible, happy moments that I never intended on having either. For example, seeing the looks on little girls' faces when they arrived at the school to find that the gym had been completely and beautifully decorated just for them, for their darling daughter dance. Or the look on a teacher's face when they walked into the school and realized their door had a brand new homemade Disney wreath for teacher appreciation. None of these sweet experiences were intended, but I intend to remember them always. I am thankful for my fellow PTA members and comrades who have been part of all these memories. I am so grateful for my family, for my incredibly supportive husband, John, and for our 7 wonderful children, for my parents who set a great example of service. I am thankful for the teachers in our district. They help our children day in and day out, and some of them have become my closest friends. I'm so grateful for our administrators. They are so supportive, and they put up with quite a few shenanigans. Their relationship with PTA is absolutely vital. I'm thankful for our foundation. They are such great people and do so much good. I am so grateful for our superintendent, Mrs. Covington. She is a remarkable, kind, professional leader who I have come to love and admire deeply. When I couldn't find anyone to serve as the Hillcrest PTA president this year, she volunteered to be my co-president. What superintendent does that other than Mrs. Covington? I am so grateful for our district personnel, for our school board, and most especially for the students of the Murray City School District. They are inspiring, they are remarkable, and they are our future. They are why we do all that we do. I've heard it said before that volunteers don't aspire to make a living, we aspire to make a difference. I hope I have done that and continue to do that. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jeanette. Next, we'll have up our classified employee honoree, who is Alicia Brimley. Along with Alicia, we will have Emma Brimley, and Dr. Maurice Baker will be representing the Baker family.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emma Brimley. I am a junior at Murray High School. I get to introduce my mom, Alicia Brimley. She has been the administrative secretary at Parkside Elementary for 7 years. I've compiled a list of just a few things about my mom and what makes her such a great school secretary. She knows everything, like literally everything. If you ever need an answer to a question, she will either know the answer off the top of her head, or she will be able to find it for you very quickly. She is a first responder. She cares for sick children when they are at school and does so with grace and knowledge. She even let a child throw up in her hands when the child grabbed her hands to use as a bucket. Then she kept walking down the hall with the child until they got to the sick room. She makes things easier. She is always willing to do the extra mile to help out when others are needing an extra hand. She is organized. Not in a small sense, but in a I'll make your life easy and know exactly where to find it sense. If you were to ask her where anything is, she can tell you not just the room, but which room or shelf is even located. She is a great communicator. She juggles communications with parents, teachers, faculty, district personnel, and every single person that calls the school. She is welcoming. She has an infectious smile and is always greeting everyone. She is the ultimate multitasker. She could answer the doorbell, answer the phone, assist a parent, fix a copier, patch an injured student, and respond to an email almost simultaneously. Trust me, I've seen her in action. She knows everybody in the building by name. She includes both adults and students, and on a lot of occasions, even when they're parents and younger siblings. She is a sharer. She always has a secret stash of mini Reese's cups, which she is willing to share. She is dependable. She is always there when you need her, no matter what it is. She is the gatekeeper. She keeps everyone safe as she watches the doors for who is coming and going at the school. She spreads joy. She makes sure that all that enter Parkside know they are loved and accepted. At last, and very certainly not least, she believes in Parkside. She is the school's biggest cheerleader and supporter. My mom is so deserving of this award, and I could not be prouder of her.
On behalf of the Baker family and the Murray Educational Foundation, I would like to present you with this Pinnacle Award for Excellence in Education. And oh, by the way, I understand you do a great job at the Parkside Elementary School, where our 5 children attended school. Congratulations to you.
I started at Parkside as a parent. We moved in, and my daughter started going to kindergarten there, and I was asked to volunteer as a PTA parent, as a lot of parents are. And I got super involved. I think my second year I was asked to be the PTA president, and so I did that. And I was there pretty much almost every single day. And my husband jokingly said that, my goodness, you're there so much, why don't you just get a job? Like, you might as well get paid if you're going to be there so much. And so I kind of stood there and I thought, that actually sounds fun. I think I'll do that. So I got a job as a para for the first year that I was there. And then the school secretary was retiring after, my gosh, it was like 25 years or something. I think she had been there. And everyone said, you should apply for it. And I did. And I didn't think I would actually get it because it seemed like a very daunting task. But I was hired, and I love it. I have never turned back. I have now been the secretary for 7 years, and I couldn't be happier. I love my little home in Murray and my little home at Parkside. I got to be there with both of my children as they were students at Parkside, and so it was very fun to see them periodically throughout the day. And now that they've both moved on, I do miss seeing their faces almost daily, but it's kind of fun also having my own space as well. I do truly love Parkside. I love the faculty, the students, and the community. It is very unique and diverse, and I love it, everything about it. Some days are rough, but most days are amazing. I love that my job is so different, literally from minute to minute. And I love, love, love helping the students and the faculty. I want to thank my husband and my kids for being so supportive of my job. They are great when I come home and tell them stories. They actually like hearing my stories, which is sort of fun. And I want to thank all my amazing coworkers, both present and past. I work with some pretty amazing humans, and I'm honored to be here. I want to also thank every single person who submitted my name for this award. I truly don't feel deserving of this award. There are so many people that are so deserving of this, and I am very, very humbled and honored. And I want to thank the Murray Education Foundation and the committee for putting this on. Thanks again to my family and coworkers and parents, students who nominated me. I honestly can't tell you how truly blessed I feel. Thank you.
Congratulations, Alicia. Our next recipient is from Horizon Elementary, Michelle Christie. And coming up with Michelle will be Maya Flores and Colby Fajardo. Oh my goodness, I practiced that in my mind and then slaughtered it in my mouth. So, representing Phil Miller Family Philanthropic.
Hello. Very tall. My name is Maya Flores, and I am a 7th grader at Riverview Junior High. Miss Christie was my first grade teacher and my piano teacher for years, but when she was my teacher, she was Miss Scroggin. She also taught both my brothers. One of them was very, very lucky, and he got her for 2 years as a 1st grader and a 3rd grader. And when I asked him what I should say about my speech, he said that he could sit on the rug and listen to her read for hours. She taught me so many things that got me to where I am now. And she's taught hundreds of students the same wonderful lessons. She taught me how to sing as a 1st grader on the rug. She taught me about sequence and writing paragraphs. She taught me how great music is. She also taught me how to play the piano. She always had patience, especially when I couldn't get the rhythms right. For a kid who loves math, it's amazing how much I struggle with counting music. She made sure that I knew every part of the music mattered. Now I play the cello, and what she taught me has helped me immensely. I don't know what I would do without her. She's inspired and shown me so much. She has done so many things for so many kids. We could probably never say thank you enough, but thank you. This award represents all that you've accomplished.
Okay, perfect.
You'll probably be able to hear me better than see me. I don't know if you. Anyway, Michelle Christie, on behalf of the Miller Family Philanthropy and Murray Education Foundation, we would like to present you with this Pinnacle Award for your excellence in education.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so humbled to be here and so happy. In fact, I don't think I've ever been happier. This has been a wonderful year, and I attribute it to the love that surrounds me. First, I'd like to thank, from the top down, the leadership and role models that I've had. I have had so many surveys to answer from my leaders. How are you feeling? What do you need? What can we do for you? And I appreciate that because we know that we as teachers are valued here at Murray. I'd really like to thank my principal, Whitney Anderson, and her vice principal, Vanessa Job. They have filled Horizon with an aura of kindness and acceptance and positivity. And I'd most like to thank my team members, my kindergarten and first grade team members that have been such a part of my life. I'm taking this award gladly for all of them, not just for me. I'd like to thank the parents and guardians of my students. I have learned to love the city of Murray and the families here. It's my other home away from home. I'd love to thank my own family, my own beautiful children who have shaped my perspective about education and perseverance and finding joy in doing our work. I'd especially love to thank my little grandchildren because in my mind's eye every day I think of them and it reminds me just be nice to these little kids that are here with you. I'd love to thank my husband for his integrity, for setting me up for success with the support and love that he shares with me every day. And most of all, I'd love to thank my students. You can see Maya, she represents many, many fine people that really give you hope in the human race. She's a beautiful young woman with siblings and friends, younger and older, who are really leading the way for the future. Maya, I love you and appreciate you, and I have a mission for you. If you will go and find, and I know you'll do it, besides your brothers and sister, the other students in that class that year, and tell them I love them and they were a special part of my life and always will be. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Michelle. Next up, from Viewmont Elementary, we have Lee Nelson. And along with Lee, we'd like to invite up Sophie Watts and Philip Wentworth, representing Naylor, Wentworth, and Lund Architects.
Miss Nelson is a wonderful and caring teacher. When I went to Disneyland, I came back to school and found a heartwarming note in my desk saying that I wasn't ever allowed to go on vacation again because she missed me. She makes you feel special because that's the kind of teacher she is. Miss Nelson makes school so much fun. For example, she makes science fun by setting up cool experiments for us. And she also made math easier by putting us in groups and helping us understand the assignment. This is why I think Miss Nelson is deserving of this award.
On behalf of Naylor Wentworth Land Architects and the Murray Education Foundation, we'd like to present this to you, and congratulations.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you, Sophie. That was really outstanding, as usual. Nothing surprising there coming from her. She's such a delight. I'm so thrilled to be here tonight. And I would like to thank the Murray Education Foundation and the Pinnacle Committee for this lovely evening and recognition. 24 years ago, I was a new teacher and proud and excited about my new teaching position. During the first few days of teaching, I thought, wow, I'm so lucky. They're actually paying me to do this. After a few months of teaching, I thought, wow, they're not paying me enough to do this. That's a joke, 100% a joke. I'm very appreciative of my salary and very appreciative that I get to do a job that I love so much and value so much, and on a daily basis get to spend my days with children like Sophie. It can't be argued that teaching is one of the most difficult professions. However, it is undeniably one of the most rewarding. There's never a dull moment, and I have the privilege of spending my day with talented colleagues, outstanding administrators that care, in a community of giving and caring parents that raise amazing children like Sophie and so many others. And then I'm allowed to spend probably more hours than they are with those children. How fortunate. So yes, I am fortunate. I'm being paid to do a job I love, and I'm very grateful to be a part of the Murray community and Murray School District, and I always have been. I'm so honored, very truly honored to receive this recognition. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Lee. Our next recipient is from Longview Elementary, and so we'd like to invite up Mike Okamura, along with Noel Thackeray, and Mark Metcalf, representing the Granite Credit Union.
Hi, my name is Noel Thackeray, and I was a 4th grade student of Mr. Okamura's. Mr. Okamura is an amazing teacher. He always makes people feel special. He applauds the strengths and successes of all his students, no matter the size of the accomplishment. And of course, he helps them fix their mistakes in a kind way. He'll help them overcome their lesser subjects until they are wonderful at them, with kindness, compliments, and smiles. Mr. Okamura always takes the time to get to know his students. I remember on the first day of 4th grade, before the bell rang, he came out to our line and chatted with us about our favorite hobbies and school subjects. And he always made assignments interesting, whether it was taking out the class pet snake for science or watching cool brain games videos for math. I also loved when he would read a book to our class and stop right at a cliffhanger. Mr. Okamura always takes an interest in his students' activities and hobbies. He even comes to cheer them on at a few of their performances, whether it is a soccer game or an ice skating show. And if you write a good poem or opening to an essay, he'll use your work as an example, which always makes you feel good inside. He also lets you come up to the front of the class to explain your work on a math problem, which I always was excited to do. And Mr. Okamura was the best online teacher during COVID, making everything so fun, even through a computer screen. Mr. Okamura is such a great teacher. He is kind, funny, and his teaching skills are out of this world. I am so glad I got to be in his class, and I'm so excited for all his future students at Longview.
On behalf of Granite Credit Union and the Murray Education Foundation, we'd like to present this Pinnacle Award for Excellence in Education.
All right. Much easier talking in front of first and fourth graders than you guys, so excuse. So I'd like to begin by thanking the Murray Education Foundation and your sponsors. I've been receiving MEF grants for the past several years to help teach about trilobites to my fourth grade classes. So thank you. And thank you, Murray School District. Now, this is finishing my 17th year, and I'm so thankful to be part of the Murray School District. But mostly I'm honored to have joined such a wonderful group of teachers who have received this reward in the past. I've personally worked with and have learned so much about education from them. So I want to thank them. Tracy, Chantel, Judy, Shalise, Christy, Stephanie, Ellie, Leslie, Karen, Courtney, Ginger, Jill, Carrie, and Kristen Lou. It's an honor to join this list of amazing teachers. I've learned so much from these people, and also congratulations to everyone this year that received this award. I also want to just thank Longview Elementary and the Longview community for accepting me and making me feel so welcome. I've loved teaching at Longview, and I've felt so connected with this school and community, and this is only my third year there. And of course, thank you to Noelle. Time is tough, you know, and she was able to navigate her busy schedule. She was in my class last year, and I wish I can take credit for how well she does and everything. She's so talented. So she's a wonderful example to other kids, and you can always depend on her in class. And also thank you, Natalie and Bronson, for raising such an awesome child and working around your schedules so you can be part of this celebration with me. And I especially want to thank my wife, Sharon. As a former teacher and elementary school principal, I've learned so much from her, teaching examples and experiences. I've learned how important positive communication is between your students and their parents. I learned how to love and accept all the students in your classroom, no matter where they are academically. And she's taught me how to deal with and how much you can learn from your most difficult students. She's always been there to support me with everything at school I need. She has so much wisdom and knowledge when it comes to education. So this has been a big surprise for me, but I just owe it to a lot of people that have helped me throughout the years, and they're examples that I have followed. So again, thank you very much.
Congratulations, Mike. Our next recipient is from Hillcrest Junior High School, Stacy Parker. And coming up with Stacy will be Emma Elder and Kendall Smith, representing the Hughes General Contractors.
Light is really bright. Hi, my name's Emma Elder. I am a former student of Miss Parker. I had her for my 7th grade Utah Studies and 8th grade History, and then I was her student aide my 9th grade year. The word teacher literally is defined as a person who teaches. I believe that a good teacher is much more than that. A good teacher is a mentor, a friend, a confidant, someone to guide you and hold your hand through the tough times. My 9th grade year was one of the hardest years of my life. I have battled with severe anxiety since I was 10 years old. I battled every day to wake up and go to school. I needed a place where I could find peace. And every day that I would get up and go to school, I would look forward to seeing Miss Parker with her big smile waiting for me. I knew she was going to understand what I was going through and listen to me without judgment. I can confidently say that she is the biggest reason that I made it through 9th grade. Ms. Parker teaches with patience and respect for each student. She understands that every single kid is fighting their own battles. She makes her students' mental health and well-being a priority, and by doing so has gained her students' love and respect and made her class a safe place. Thank you, Ms. Parker, for being the definition of a good teacher.
On behalf of Hughes General Contractors and the Murray Education Foundation, it's my pleasure to present to you this Pinnacle Award for Excellence in Education.
Thank you.
Wow, so I did not expect to get emotional. That was beautifully said. Thank you, Emma. I have been teaching for 16 years, and that right there is every reason why I teach, to help kids. Not just to teach, but to be a mentor, to be a counselor, to be a parent to some of them. Our kids here in Murray School District are remarkable, and they come from remarkable families. Some come from well-off families, some don't, and we have to love them all. And I often get, whenever people ask me, what do you teach? And I say junior high, they question my sanity. And I just have to go along with it. But really, these kids, junior high kids, are incredibly remarkable kids, and I love them with all my heart. I've been, teaching for 16 years, and I get up, go to work every single day with them in mind. And, I can wake up on the wrong side of the bed and just be off in my own head. As soon as I walk through the doors and I see my students, it switches, and I'm just a happy person because this really is truly where I feel like I should be in life. So I just want to thank the Murray Education Foundation, the Pinnacle Committee for this award. This is a true, absolute honor. I like to thank the district. Thank you, Ms. Covington. You hired me 16 years ago, and it really has, you've given so much support. The community, the families, the kids, they're all just wonderful. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is a true honor. So thank you.
Congratulations, Stacy. And our final recipient tonight will be from Grant Elementary School, Jennifer Simpson. Along with Jennifer, we'd like to invite up Hayden Yates and Bruce Nelson, representing Robert D. Kent Jr. Trust. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Mrs. Simpson is awesome. She's one of the best teachers I've ever met. Mrs. Simpson is kind, patient, and caring. She helps me when I'm having a hard time and is always watching out for her students in song. Her songs help us have fun while we are learning. When one of us is absent, Mrs. Simpson misses us and cares about how we're feeling and not just what we are missing in class. Mrs. Simpson cares about more than just teaching us math, reading, and science. She teaches us to be good citizens of the classroom, school, and community. I'm so glad to be in her class.
Jennifer, I've never met you, but I have read your bio summary in the program. I'm very impressed with all that you've accomplished. On behalf of the Robert D. Kent Jr. Trust and the Murray Education Foundation, I'm honored to present to you this Pinnacle Award for Excellence in Education. I congratulate you for all you've accomplished, and the wonderful influence you've been on the youth of this community, and the hundreds and hundreds of kids that you've influenced. Congratulations.
Good evening. I am honored and humbled to be here tonight. Thank you to the Murray Education Foundation and to the Robert D. Kent Jr. Trust for this wonderful recognition. I love teaching, and I am so lucky each day to spend my day with students like Hayden. He is awesome, and I just love when he comes to me and says, "Mrs. Simpson, I read the best book ever." Or when we're in community circle and he will share, "This is the best day ever." He is so excited about learning. So thank you, Hayden, for being an awesome student. And as we say at Grant, Hayden, you are destined for greatness. I know you are. However, I would not be here tonight if it were not for the people who have supported me throughout my life. I have been truly blessed with a wonderful husband and amazing children who have helped me for 34 years. They have created materials with me, volunteered in my classroom, and had even dressed up and presented lessons to my students. Thank you, Joshua, Sarah, Laura, and Emma, for sharing your mom with over 20 children each year. I'm also thankful that I've been surrounded by great administrators and the Murray District. Thank you. And for the wonderful staff at Grant Elementary, and for the dedicated parents that I get to work with. I am grateful for the experiences and challenges that have helped fine-tune me as an educator. On Fall Monday, each year as the students trickle into my classroom, I see them as the most important people in the world. They may not see themselves that way, but I do, because these students are the ones that will one day change the world and make it a better place. And I hope on Spring Friday of each year, as they flow out of my classroom, that I've instilled in them a small idea of just how important they are and how much I care about them. And I hope I've empowered them with a lifelong love of learning. Each one of my students have made a difference in my life and have made me a better person. Thank you again for this honor.
Wow, let's have one more round of applause for our Pinnacle recipients this evening. How fitting that we get to have this award ceremony on the same week as Teacher Appreciation Week. So it is National Teacher Appreciation Week. And even our volunteer and our classified, we consider you teachers because you're constantly nourishing and feeding not only the young minds, but you're helping our entire system. How fortunate we are to have each of you in our school. You are making a difference every single day. Thank you for all you do. And I'd also like to express thanks to all of you who are here, whether in person or virtually, who support these incredible educators that we've recognized tonight. It truly does take a village, when I'm a product. I am a daughter of school teachers, and so I know exactly how that goes. My mom was a school secretary for a long time too, so we spent lots of time doing all of those fun things. And so I know how it is that it really is an entire family thing. So thank you for all of you who support those who have been recognized tonight. We appreciate you, and we consider you as much a part of Murray as the individual that you always support who works for us. I'd like to recognize and thank those who did such an incredible job of putting this together tonight. I'd like to thank Anne-Marie Nelson, who is in the back, who has put this together, as well as Jeannie Habel, our foundation director, and they have several others that have accompanied them but could not be here with us tonight. So let's give them a round of applause and thank them. Thank you again to our sponsors who have been here. We do appreciate you. This is such a great night. I wish we could just, I know you're all smiling and excited. This is just such a great day. Like, I think you said this is the best day ever. This is the best night ever, right? Yeah, absolutely. And so with that, we are going to conclude. What I would like to ask is all of those who are Pinnacle recipients, we would like you to come up here in front of your pictures so that we can get some photos. And then after that, you can take your picture and your Pinnacle basket, and we will conclude for the evening. So thank you for being here with us tonight, and thank you for all you do for our Murray City Schools.